I'm Hillary Johnson, and welcome to Flashback, where we take a look at local stories from years gone by. Today, let's go back to the fall of 1979 and check out a museum in Stewart where the community's local history was maintained.
In Stewart, the Museums Society is working hard at getting extra space in which to house their ever-growing number of exhibits. They have everything there from a fire truck to a movie set from Bear Island. Lorna Haeber talked with curator Mary Schindel and town historian Josie Bilka about some of these exhibits, as well as a bit about local history.
Okay, here we are in the Stewart Museum. Could you give us a little background to the museum? When was it first opened?
The museum was started by Reverend Tom Armstrong in 1975. I believe it was in the fall. And our date of registration goes to the 5th of December of 1975.
Where did you get all the pieces that are in here?
Well, a lot of it was found right here in Stewart. A lot of it has been sent back from the old-timers that used to live here at one time. And I find that a lot of the past residents coming back to Stewart have sent us a great amount of pictures that we have now.
A lot of small artifacts have been found in disused buildings and old cabins here that we've cleaned up and restored and painted up. And also from some of the mines, the disused mines, we've managed to find old pieces of equipment. And the mining companies too several of them have been generous in bringing large pieces of equipment down that have been in inaccessible places. So we've been lucky there. And the more people hear about the museum too, they've contacted relatives, and we've even had a piece of a whale bone vertebrae sent in, haven't we? There's quite a history behind that. Perhaps you, Mary, would like to tell the...
It was quite mysterious. We got this letter one day saying that they were shipping up a whalebone on the Northland, and of course curiosity just about
we
got the best of it.
imagined a large backbone
of a whale, I guess, and this box arrives approximately, I'd say, maybe 16 inches square, and it was delivered right to my house, and I opened it, and here's this fancy little brass stand and the back of a whalebone, or vertebrae of a whalebone, which is about a size in diameter.
I think the whale had been beached here.
Yes, we have a picture of it. As the story goes, that the whale pulled the whole dock
part of the dock away with
down
it. Yes.
down the canal. So, but these is a long tale, so we don't know whether this has happened or not.
What are some of the other prized possessions here?
I think our prized possessions are our photos of the old town going back to 1910, right up to 1900. Some of them are getting pretty faded. We're going to try and preserve them as well as we can. But I think that is they are priceless. They cannot be reproduced. There is no way of, if anything ever happened here, that would be it. Mind you, we have some other prized possessions, but I think the pictures are...
a fire engine, which isn't in the museum at the moment. The present fire department are in the process of restoring it, painting it up, and we hope to be able to house it not in the present museum, but in a building adjoining the museum. What year is that, Mary? 1928?
Mm-hmm.
And it used to be taken out on the July 1st celebrations down the main street in the parade. But we decided that it'd be nice to have it restored and shown here for people to see.
Seems to me it was either in the 50s or the 60s that Joe Whittaker took it down to Vancouver in to one of the football parades.
When was Stewart founded?
Stewart was founded in the date of Poviko was saying to a post office. The first post office was put in here in 1903 by the Stewart brothers. And Mrs. Cameron was the first postmistress here in Stewart. Her son is still alive. He's living in Washington, and he visited us last year.
Was mining the original reason behind the opening of the Stewart area?
Mm-hmm. The first assay office was built down in the Rainy Creek Park, which is now the park and camping grounds at the end of the main street here. Small log cabin, and that was occupied by Mr. John Stewart, was it John Stewart?
Well, they were together.
And his wife, he came up in 1902, I believe, and then built his cabin in 1906. And he lived there with his wife and little daughter,
Mary Stewart.
Mary Stewart.
Looking around, we can see that the people who were here for filming Bear Island left a lot of things for you guys. Could you explain some of those?
Yes, we have part of the set which we hope to have on display down in Stewart here for tourists coming up who are naturally interested in the film, that they heard that it was made here. Apparently it cost the movie company, it's $9 million, and it's the most expensive movie that has been made in Canada to date, and it's to premiere in Vancouver, we understand, in December this year. And as you know, it brought a host of stars with it, Richard Widmark and Lloyd Bridges and Christopher Lee and several others. And I think it brought a lot of excitement to Stewart too, at a time when the Grand Duke Operating Company had closed down. So apart from boosting the morale of the town, it helped us economy-wise.
And what are some of the items they left the Stewart Museum?
We have Mary. Would you like to?
Well, there's the Larvin that is sitting right behind me here, and the two, some people call them bombies. I think the proper name for them is hydrocopters.
These were vehicles that were used in the filming. The film was filmed up in Tide Lake, where the
Grand Duke
site is. And the set was...
well, not Grand Duke site, pardon me. We better say Grand Duke Mine.
Canada-wide mines now,
right.
But formerly the Grand Duke Operating Company. And what else do we have?
Do you have any other plans?
Sorry.
Do you have any plans to expand the museum?
Yes.
Well,
as a matter of fact, that's a bit of a touchy story with me right now, because I've been after to get this extension off the ground here since last July. Somehow it seems to be one tie-up after another. If it isn't a matter of blueprints and building codes and permits, it seems to be one thing after another, just holding it up. And I guess it looks like maybe the ladies are going to have to go ahead and do it like we did Operation North by the looks of it.
We're
because we're not getting off the ground.
Space.
Yeah.
Badly. More and more artifacts are coming in, and like the Bear Island business, we just haven't got the room to display everything.